Now we're going live. We're live.
Surprise.
Hi.
Hello.
Guess who doesn't have to work today? The three of us.
That's right.
Yay!
Happy MLK Day.
Yeah, there's no nightcap. It's a day stream, baby.
Oh yeah,
day stream.
For all of your fans, it's a nightcap for the Australians and the Europeans and all those.
Oh,
people,
it is. Maybe Lethal will be on.
Lethal is probably sleeping right now. I think it's like 3 a.m. for him. So.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Oh, you're probably right. It is.
And I don't think that they have. Well, it's maybe like midnight. I don't think they have Martin Luther King Day in Australia. Just a guess.
So he's probably got to work. Yeah, good guess there.
Yeah,
good guess there. Hello, Zombie Slayer. Hello. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out, just do a few questions. Bruce brought his kid. You want to put her in the?
Yeah, I tried to listen in, but you're like several seconds behind.
Oh yeah, listen to it live there.
Didn't work.
Yeah, we have a delay just in case one of us cuss. I can edit. I'm no kidding.
Watch your mouth, Lucy.
So yeah, Bruce is here because we're doing a podcast. Ryan's here because we were doing a more civilized age. We're just trying to get as much recorded for next month as I can. And I said, you know what? Everyone's here. You came back, so we're like, yeah, why not? Nothing better to do. So we thought we'd answer some questions. We could probably talk about We can talk about. Oh, wait. You know what? Okay. Did you like the Justice League movie? The one that came out.
No, it was bad.
Okay.
Yes,
Would you like them to release the Snyder cut of that movie?
It couldn't be worse.
That is a fact. It could not be worse. In fact, it's an entirely different movie. They only used about 15% of Zack Snyder's original footage from that. The rest is complete Joss Whedon made up crap. Even if you don't like Batman vs Superman, which if you haven't seen the director's cut of Batman vs Superman, you haven't really seen the movie because they cut out almost 30 minutes of it, which explains so much of what's going on. But even if you don't like that, I think that everybody is at this point ready to say that the Justice League was a mashed up failure. Warner Brothers tried so hard to get this movie released in time. They wanted it to be under 2 hours. They rewrote the entire story. It was garbage. Can you imagine Batman sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm definitely bleeding"? Shut up. Like, that is awful. Release the Snyder cut. Let's see what Zack Snyder's actual vision was.
I think it would still be garbage. What do you think?
Even when Snyder's not at his best, I still enjoy his movies. There's none of his movies what I say I dislike, and so I'll just release it. I mean, I suspect that it would at least be decent.
It would at least be again. We just had a conversation about directors and vision and keeping a consistent theme throughout a series. Well, in the same way, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, then to Justice League was supposed to tell this same coherent story. And the studio got involved because of the reaction to Batman vs Superman, and they got scared. They wanted to change a bunch of things, tried to appeal to a different crowd, which that crowd wasn't seeing those movies, which is why it didn't make any money.
That's the other movie I saw. I forgot to tell you about. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Oh, how was that?
Well, Ben Affleck has a great line in there where he goes, "Yeah, and I had to something. I got to play Batman. I can't remember who. Is it Thomas and I can't remember her name. The mom's name is a Martha joke. It was a Martha joke.
That's funny.
Okay, let me get some of these real quick. Have you seen Mandalorian? Zombie Slayer? If that's for me, no, I haven't. But these two fine fellows have. Bruce absolutely loves it, and Ryan is the biggest Baby Yoda fan this side of the Mississippi.
Well, that's a lie. However, I do think that when you're looking at all the things that Disney Star Wars or Disney Lucasfilm has done in the past several years, it's pretty darn good when you compare it to all that stuff. I would say it's an average to good show. It's very simplistic plot. It's kind of like a cartoon that's in real life. And
that's what's good about it. That's what I like about it. It's very simple, not complex. They're not trying to go crazy with it. It's it's a nice Western feel to it. I like the music. I like that they went different than the movie scores and gave us something that just feels different than Star Wars in a way.
My biggest thing was I think that I got excited. It was actually going to be what they told me it was going to be. They told me it was going to be like the Punisher in space. That's what I felt like this movie was supposed to be. Not a story about a stepdad
who didn't realize it was going to be on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, who never actually killed. I didn't know it was going to be a story about a stepdad who never actually is a brutal Mandalorian. So, other than one moment,
I do like that it's kind of like a single dad story. You know, it is definitely that, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. I'm going to adjust this there just a little bit. There we go.
I need more Lucy May.
Yeah, there you go. This is his kid. This is not my. For the first time, I'm not having my kid on here. But the other thing I want to talk about Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond. I know what you thought about it. Ryan, did you like these
Currently
cartoons?
watching that Batman Animated Series right now. I got it for Christmas.
Which
and
one?
The kids are the Batman
The new
Animated
one?
Series, the original.
Did you get the huge
Kids are
Blu-ray
loving
collection?
They are
Did
Batman
you get their
fans.
huge Blu-ray collection?
I did.
Yeah, they released that was a little before Christmas or whatever. They did that. It's a pretty cool deal.
Let me ask you: do you keep up with a lot of DC animated movies, Ryan?
I do, and I saw what Jacob said, and the DC animated movies are incredible. Well, especially in comparison to what Marvel does. They tell some
Don't talk
great
about the
stories.
Marvel animated movies.
Actually, Bruce is a huge Marvel fan, but he is in 1,000% agreement to you that animated Marvel sucks compared to DC animated. In fact, I get a lot of my animated DC movies from Bruce.
Yeah, it's especially maybe about like 5 years ago or something when they had like Under the Red Hood, Batman Bad Blood, some of these other things were just incredible. And like even they did Justice League War, which was basically the first volume of New 52 Justice League. That's a great movie. There's a lot of good stuff. Now,
Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, Gotham by Gaslight. That's a different feeling one, and they had the Batman
And Red
Samurai
Sun's coming
one.
out next, I believe.
Yeah, Superman Red Sun. I think is maybe out now. I'll have to check that out soon though.
Quality, where are you watching from? Because it is in the morning time still for me. It's 11 a.m. for me. It's 9 for
7. He's got to be over in.
Is he over in England?
He's got to be over in Europe somewhere, maybe even a little further east. I don't know.
Ooh, listen to this. No,
because I think like Norway and England are maybe like 7 hours ahead of. I guess they're maybe 7 hours ahead of like East Coast, something like that.
Okay, Jedi Acolyte says Master of the Phantasm, which is a fantastic movie. Yeah, by the way,
Sub-Zero was better though.
Oh, I was about to ask you that. So you said Sub-Zero because I love Sub-Zero. I love Sub-Zero. In fact, the only one that's mediocre is Return of the Batwoman, and that felt like a 2-hour episode.
And that was kind of after the series was done, and there was just kind of
it felt like after. But is Mask of the Phantasm one of the top 3 Batman movies ever? Obviously not for you. Not for me.
It was really good. It was really good.
I would have to say I enjoy Batman Returns from Tim Burton better, and well, hold up. Does Mask of the Phantasm?
You like it better than Nolan movies?
Oh, I really liked Return of Joker from Batman Beyond.
Return of Joker.
That was actually a really good one. Sub-Zero. Oh, actually, you know what, Jedi Acolyte? You may be right for me because I don't know if I've enjoyed a Batman movie. Never mind, Batman 1966, Adam West. I'd love that friggin' movie.
Did you hear about all that stuff with Burt Ward? Is that who played Robin?
Yes. What about him?
He did an interview like a week ago. This is I don't know if this is really appropriate for your channel. Evidently, his bulge was too big, so they made him take some things that made it a little less prevalent. Could you imagine the poor man?
It was bikini pictures of B. Author he had to look at before he went out. This is really, really awful. But no, I did hear about that. That was in the one of the autobiographies, I think. He would tell that story. Yeah. I will talk about this because we talked about it just a little bit. Oh yeah, here Jacob says it right. You can't go wrong with Luke Skywalker as the Joker. In fact, for the longest, growing up as a kid, watching the series, I did not realize it was Mark Hamill. I just never realized that. And then later on, someone said it was Mark Hamill. I said, no, it's not. He's not the Joker. It just didn't sound like him. So that's it. It's just wild stuff. Okay, so here's a question. What are your thoughts on Robert Pattinson? I think Batman should glitter in the sun. That's my thought on the whole thing.
I don't care that DC's just. I mean, I'm almost glad that they're separating all their movies from each other, and each one's going to be its own standalone thing. They could not build their universe, so let's just do, and everything's its own.
Just throw whatever sticks, right?
So I'll just take it. The Joker was good. I enjoyed the Joker. Let's do stuff like that moving forward.
Ryan, what do you think about Robert Pattinson as Batman?
I've been trying to be positive about it because I want to like what DC puts out. I love DC much more than I've ever really cared about Marvel.
Me too, but I can admit when DC movies suck.
Yeah, and so this whole Robert Pattinson thing, this movie's starting to worry me a little bit. With the casting, I'm okay with this like noir style, this more realistic feel. So Penguin doesn't have to be some 4'5" dude that looks like a penguin, right? It's Colin Farrell. I'm okay with that. Robert Pattinson, I've seen him do some really cool stuff. The way they just released some media photos of him as young Master Bruce or something, and it just doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. I'm more worried about the surrounding cast, maybe the fact that they very much went out to find a person of color to play Jim Gordon. I don't know why. Just find the best person for the job. It worries me a little bit. I guess that's all I'll say. Right.
I don't know hardly anything about it. I love Batman. I'll eventually see it, but let me ask you this, guys: who portrayed Batman the best?
Portrayed Batman?
Ooh.
Different question.
Should I ask Bruce Wayne? Should I say Bruce? Should I rephrase it as Bruce Wayne, Ryan? Since Batman's character he has no character.
I don't know.
Who played Bruce Wayne Batman the best?
I would say just from a look wise, Affleck. That costume and the look was fantastic.
Woo! You both say Affleck?
I say Affleck. Yeah, I say Affleck.
I would say that was the most comic book looking Batman.
Okay, so you're saying he also did a good Bruce Wayne. He actually was good. I will tell you this: he was good in those movies. Yeah. I didn't mind him as Batman. I'm not a Ben Affleck hater. Yeah. However, well, to be honest, Adam West is the best one as because he reeks of millionaire playboy as Bruce Wayne, and there's no way you can think he'd be Batman, but his Batman was a light version too. So, but I think I'm gonna. My wife would say Michael Keaton, and I'm almost inclined to agree with her. But surprisingly, man, now you got me thinking about Ben Affleck. Dang, I'm gonna go Affleck too, because it used to be Val Kilmer. Surprised me because in Batman Forever, I tossed that movie to the side, and I forgot how good Kilmer plays Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, Alpha Mar says I didn't know Ryan and Matt knew each other.
We don't.
Did you find Matt from Mary? Because I'm the reason Matt knows Mary. So.
Oh.
Yeah. But I would listen. Affleck's Batman is controversial for many reasons. I love him. I think he's perfect because he's playing an iteration of Batman. Inspired by the Dark Knight Returns. That's who that is inspired by. And people that want to say, "Oh, that's a terrible version of Batman because Batman's not supposed to kill people." The whole point of that movie is that Batman shouldn't be doing things the way he's doing them. That is the literal point of the movie, that he has gone so far. He's been doing this for 20 years, and it hasn't been enough. He's been driven. Robin has died. Nothing he's done has worked. It just keeps getting worse. You saw Metropolis getting destroyed. It pushes him over the edge. He's not supposed to be doing those things. And it takes him actually about to murder another person when he realizes it's a person, that he has a mother in Clark Kent. That is when he snaps out of it and realizes what he has been doing. That's the point of the movie.
I think you guys have got me to say Ben Affleck because I think the more I think about it, he did do a great Bruce Wayne, and we got to see a different type of Bruce Wayne, an older Bruce Wayne.
The only problem is you're going to go really good Batman in a not good movie, and that's you. So you got to separate the performance from the movies. And
let me ask you: do y'all know who's playing Two-Face? Someone asked that question. Jacob asked that question.
Yeah, so there's been it hasn't been confirmed, but Matthew McConaughey is supposed to play. is rumored to be cast in this as not as Two-Face, but as
Harvey Dent.
As Harvey Dent.
Not Two-Face. All right.
From what I understand, yeah.
It's gonna be great.
That's all rumors.
I like the cast. The cast is shaping up nicely.
What do you think about Jedi Acolyte? He's willing to give Robert Pattinson a chance. However, he feels he would have been better cast as Nightwing or Tim Drake, and I agree with that, actually.
Yeah,
I
sure. He's got the
like
body.
that.
He's got the body for it, you know.
A Nightwing, I think so.
Yeah.
What did you think of Nightwing at the end of Titans season 2?
I haven't gotten all the way through it yet.
It's a horrible series.
I know.
Just skip to the last end, watch his fight with Deathstroke, enjoy it, but do not go back and watch it. I'm done with Titans. I tried so hard. I gave it 2 full seasons, and they are garbage.
I watched the first series or the first season, and it's not as bad as people made it out to be originally. People have big issue with it because of the opening when he says F Batman, and people made this huge deal about it as if, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're having Robin say F Batman. If you knew anything about Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne's relationship,
I know
you would understand why he says F Batman, because they have moments like that where they are very resentful towards each other for many reasons. And that's just how it is.
Kevin Conroy. I know CJ would say Kevin Conroy. He said, close your eyes, because he argues that Mark Hamill is the best Joker ever. He said, because close your eyes, what does the Joker sound like? I said, well, obviously he sounds like Mark Hamill. He's like, well, that's why Mark Hamill's the best. Yeah, so I'm sure he would say the same for Kevin Conroy.
Conroy does the sound. That's what everyone thinks of when they think about Batman, is Kevin Conroy's voice. However, he in live action just can't do it. He doesn't. He's not the face of Batman or Bruce Wayne, just simply. But his voice and the essence of the character, for sure. Did you guys catch CW when he made his appearance?
Yes.
In Christ.
I haven't watched that. The only one I'm just watching the YouTube clips. I saw the Smallville because I used to watch Smallville. I enjoyed that clip, but I have not seen the Kevin Conroy one. But that is up. That is right here on my YouTube queue. Getting ready to. I'm gonna watch that 3-minute or 2-minute clip next. I do want to see it. What is the OG Teen Titans? What, the cartoon? We're not talking about Teen Titans Go. We're talking about the DC whatever one called Titans. Which just drags, and they should have called it Robin, because a series dedicated to Robin on the outs with Batman kind of going on his own for a while. You could have done it cheaply. You could have kept him in costume. You could have done little side, not big Batman characters, but Black Mask or someone like that, or the Calendar Man or someone that he would have busted. Maybe Mad Hatter, people that are not going to get their own, Firefly and Killer Moth. Give those people some light in a Robin series. That would have been better, and you could have spent your money wisely on costumes and not had to do as many special effects. And I'll be honest, I love Jason Todd in Titans. I think Jason Todd is a great character, and I love what they're doing with him. But the thing is, though, no one dresses up, especially in season 2. Until the end, they're like, "Oh, hey, remember us? We're super. This is a superhero movie show you're watching. We just can't afford special effects for Titans."
I should have called it Grayson.
You mentioned Black Mask. And
Grayson, I'd enjoy Grayson. So what?
I'm curious have you seen it, and what are your thoughts on the Birds of Prey trailer?
I've not seen it. I don't watch it.
It is going to be hot garbage. It's going to be so bad. The Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn or whatever, it's going to be so... I do think that the fight scenes are going to be good. I will say that, because the same dude who did John Wick is doing the choreography and everything for this movie. I think the fight scenes will be really cool. But as far as if I have any care about this story... No, Harley Quinn was one of the best parts of Suicide Squad as 1/8 of the team or whatever. I don't want a whole movie focused on Harley Quinn. I think that there's very few people that want to go out there and see this Birds of Prey team with all these characters who don't seem to be very good comic book representations. They're all wearing different things. I don't want to get too into the whole political, the kind of what's coming out of Hollywood these days, but that's what this movie feels like. And I think they're going to be severely disappointed in the response that they have.
Okay. Well, Zombie Slayer has a question for me, I'm assuming. Bruce Wayne, what do I think of Bruce Wayne on Titan season 2? To be honest, They went with an older Bruce Wayne.
Mormont.
I'm not opposed to that, but there's no way I can see him dressed up as Bruce Wayne, and I mean as Batman, and I had a problem with that. Maybe if I'd have seen him as Batman, but I think, to be honest, that actor looks ridiculous in a Batman outfit. Unless I'm wrong, I wish they would have shown me him as Batman just once, but I just don't see that guy as Batman. I just don't. So in a way, no, I didn't like it. Will you control your child for like 2 seconds?
Get that passy.
I'm doing a live Q&A here. I can't be getting passies here. What is this? Oh, look. Ryan's now on his phone like, OMG, what have I got myself into? I should have told Matt no. All right. Kevin. Now, Jenna Acolyte says that Kevin Conroy's appearance was pointless at best. But to be honest,
I guess overall,
weren't a lot of those cameos, though?
They were just
I think that was just there to give people a little, giggle, a man giggle.
Here's the thing, though.
The only character they really used through the series was the Superman Returns, Brandon Routh.
Yeah,
he was already on the show.
Right.
If you have been following along with CW and with Batwoman, and you see how Kevin Conroy ends his cameo, I think it's pretty disgusting with what they did to kind of further the Batwoman character by bringing down another legacy character, which is all too common this day and age.
Is Morbius in the MCU? No, he's in the Spider-Man universe, right?
Well, I think the Spider-Man universe will connect to the MCU, but the MCU universe might not necessarily connect to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Ryan,
we've got Vulture in the trailer for Morbius teasing Sinister Six, but I don't think those movies will affect the Marvel universe.
He just told me about that. So because Vulture's in it, I'm going to go see the movie.
Yeah, so they show Vulture in his prison uniform, and so what they're doing with Morbius could be really cool. They could be setting up some kind of Into the Spider-Verse type of universe, because the Vulture, that tells you that Tom Holland Spider-Man is a part of the Sony Spider-Verse or whatever they're doing, the Venom-verse, whatever they want to call it. It also, there's a picture of Jared Leto standing in front of a wall with Spider-Man painted on it, but it is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man outfit. So, yeah, so if you missed that in the trailer, that's a little thing. So it's not the Tom Holland Spider-Man outfit. It's Sam Raimi's Spider-Man outfit. So what does that mean? Did they just I can't imagine they overlooked it like that and just put a random picture of Spider-Man.
We're into the Spider-Verse now.
I think there could be a potential, yeah.
Okay, you said it best. Cameos are just fan service for hype and ratings if a show is bad. I can agree with that. I think that was about. But the thing is, though, here I am. I don't watch any of these shows, but I am YouTubing the small 2-minute cameos by everyone because it is fun. It's not going to get me interested in watching any of those shows, but you are exactly right.
But it's Crisis. You have to have the cameos. it made it feel bigger because of it.
Most CWDC shows are awful.
Yeah.
I would guess. I don't know. I don't watch any of the one I watched was Smallville only because I enjoyed Lex Luthor. I thought he was really good, and when he got written out after season 6, I was like, why am I still watching this garbage?
They used to be the first couple seasons of Arrow and the first couple seasons of Flash, I thought were really good, especially Arrow. It was so dark and unique. I thought it was a great I thought it was a really good show. It was different. And then it started to take the turn. Then all of a sudden it started being not about Arrow, but about Oliver and Felicity, about this love story. It started becoming about his team that he surrounded himself with. Oliver Queen became a guest star in his own show. The Flash.
I would agree with you 100% on that. It started off great, but it's gone to crap.
You watch it, don't you?
I don't. I watched the first several years of the new DC stuff, but I gave up on it a while back.
After Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl and the constant shoving down your throat this agenda that they have, it just became too much. It wasn't worth the very mediocre Arrow that you would get to have to watch all the other stuff to keep up with the universe.
Yeah. He was so offended by what you said, Ryan, he got up out of his chair to rock his little girl back to sleep. He's just that mad. Yeah, I never... And the thing is, though, I probably would have, but I just could not get into those TV shows. And, I'm just kind of done for now. Like I watched the original 90s Flash show when it came on. I liked it back in the day. I knew it was garbage, but I still watched it because you were starving for superhero stuff.
A fun, bad show.
It was a fun, bad show. But now, these days, there's tons of superhero stuff, but I don't want to see any of it. We were just talking about this. Disney Plus has all those failed Marvel series. I don't want to watch the Eternals or whatever they are. Is that the name? Inhumans.
Yeah,
okay.
Eternals is about to be a failed movie.
Oh, gosh. Okay, anyway. I'm almost done with Marvel movies, in fact, because the last few haven't impressed me. It took Megan and I 3 days to finish that stupid Avengers Part 2. And the thing was, Megan's the biggest. My wife is a huge Avengers fan. That's the one that she cares about the most. And she's like, can we just go to bed? I was like, okay. It was like they did not want to get that movie started for the first 2 hours. They wanted to play jokes, which I'm fine with. But it seemed like 2 hours in that everyone looks at their watch and goes, hey, do you want to wrap up this movie? Yeah, let's get the storyline. But first we had to do a joke about Fat Thor. We had to do a joke here. Yeah. We have to do a joke here. And I mean, yeah, okay, I get it. But it just wasn't. I mean, I know you're a big Captain Marvel fan, Ryan, but for me, it was such a wasted opportunity because I like the idea of going to the 90s. I like the idea of seeing a young Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Coulson and Nick Fury. And Nick Fury has both of his eyes. Ooh, how does he lose his other eye? Garbage! That's how he loses his other eye. It would have been better if he was in class and someone would have poked a pencil in his eye. That would have been a much better story than what we get. Garbage. And it was just I sat there watching Captain Marvel, and I was like, this is, and I want to like it. It's got the 90s music, it's got the blockbusters, like, yay! And none of it's fun. Yeah. So you can say which one, it's just not fun. I didn't like Doctor Strange either. I'll be honest. I mean, I'll go even further back.
Doctor Strange would have been better if it would have been earlier in the series, but it was just a retread of the same origin story retold in a different way.
It was very hard for me to enjoy Black Panther because the CGI is so daggum awful. It's like we rewound the clock 10 years.
We've got some of Blades.
When he's fighting Kilgore, it looked like, I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here?
Killmonger?
Killmonger, excuse me.
Kilgore is Jessica Jones.
Okay, I hate that too. I hate Jessica Jones. Anyway, I'm hate right now.
You're right though.
But the constant blue screen, the obvious blue screens in Black Panther. I mean, obvious.
It looked like a PS2 cutscene.
It was awful.
Oscar-nominated film.
Oscar-nominated. And the thing is, I could not. And maybe some of the acting was good, but the thing is, though, the movie looks so awful. It is an eyesore to watch. And I was like, I mean, it is bad. Bad. If it was a DC movie, people would have ripped it to shreds on the way it looked visually. I'm not talking about story, even though story-wise I have a problem with Wakanda keeping all the riches and letting Africa die as a continent. But I have a problem with that. But the thing is, though, I mean, maybe the acting was good, maybe the storyline was good, but I just couldn't get over it because the visual, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so awful. My brother thought the same thing too.
Black Panther was an average movie. It wasn't terrible. The CGI was terrible at parts for sure. But it was an average movie. It didn't deserve all the praise and all the money that it got. But that's the thing.
And I will be honest, it was overhyped to me because all my friends were telling me, dude, it's as good as Avengers. Like, shut up. I mean, I was really excited to see this movie.
That was the problem with Black Panther. Was people felt like they had to.
You had to like it.
Yeah.
If you would have just said it was okay, then but the thing is, though, it looks so it is the worst looking Marvel movie. It looks like the CGI is 10 years old.
Yeah,
Blue screens and everything.
Iron Man holds up a million times better than that movie.
It does.
And that was made 6-7 years before that or something.
And I wish it looked better so I could enjoy it, but I could not. And maybe that's why I didn't enjoy the movie that much because I was thinking, oh my gosh, that is such a blue screen. That is, and you can tell.
But I think that when you look at the way that movie did, the fact that Captain Marvel made as much money as it did, Spider-Man Far From Home made $1.37 billion. When you look at what Disney has been able to do with Marvel, pushing it, and with the Disney hype machine that it is, that puts a lot in perspective. This most recent Disney edition, Rise of Skywalker, and the fact that it's really stalled out at just over $1 billion, and tells you what interest level people have in that IP right now.
Okay. I never saw Gotham.
It was okay.
I watched the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, first season.
Okay. That should tell you what we thought about it.
Didn't keep me.
Jed Acolyte said Arrow fell off after the Deathstroke season.
which was season 2, I think. So,
wow,
season 2 or
you
season
burned
3.
out early.
I mean, I kept around after that, but it definitely lost a lot of what made it special.
Alex, I've talked to him here and there, and obviously he's already done something for the Expanded Universe website, but we haven't collaborated together as of yet. But he's a really nice guy, Professor Geek. Spider-Man is better than the rest of Marvel. There you go.
Which kind of makes it, to be honest, that's one of the things. No, I don't, Alphamar. No, I don't.
Yes, he does.
That's kind of one of the things that makes it so impressive. As much as I'm a DCU guy always, but I enjoyed the first parts of Marvel when they were growing the MCU. But with what they were able to do, with what Kevin Feige was able to do, without their A-level characters, without the X-Men, without Spider-Man, without the Fantastic Four, makes it that much more impressive. So, respect to him.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, MedStar, you're going to enjoy MedStar quality. I think MedStar is actually a very good Clone Wars novel.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
It's one of your favorites. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It was shocking.
Hey, you get a little bit of force healing in there, but
yes,
a real force healing. So.
What do you think about this comment, Ryan? The only thing disappointing in Christ was the fact they enabled CW to get enough viewers to renew Batwoman for another season.
Well, they had to try something.
No.
There's actually a decent amount of hate watchers for Batwoman, so they might as well leave it on. It probably gets more than Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's only people that hate it that watch it.
Yeah, it's really bad.
How do you think they're coming out with New Mutants?
Yes, the trailer's out. It looks like it's coming. Nobody knows if it's going to be. The new trailer.
How will they introduce the Fantastic Four, though? That's a good question.
I hope slowly. Maybe one character in the next Avenger movie, and just kind of spread them out. Don't dump them all on us at once. But
I just really want to see Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
Hey, I would take it.
Wouldn't that be funny if they get rid? Yeah, Captain America's done in the MCU, but then they bring back Chris Evans.
Yes, I love that. That's what happened. They bring back the other one. Yeah, 2 dislikes. I think me and Bruce actually hit the dislike button earlier.
We're good now. I see 12-0.
Oh, there you go. Let's see. I fixed it. How did 3 dislikes just disappear?
I can put them up there.
Because
well, I think Matt actually talks to people at YouTube. He's able to remove dislikes from his video at will. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but
I'm telling you.
I mean, to tell you the truth,
literally,
Matt's really hiding a lot from y'all. This is not his house. He's the mansion. This is like a toned down because he's hiding his YouTube.
This is the pool house.
This is, it's crazy. I mean, you guys just don't understand the money that he's floating in from YouTube.
It's true.
Why is X-Men such a Marvel flop? Because they stopped caring about the series, is what I can think of. Ever since First Class, I think it's been downhill, with the exception of, what was the one that came out that I really liked? Days of Future Past. Was good. I really love that one. Yeah. Other than that, and Apocalypse was like, okay. Yeah. It was okay, take it or leave it. But that Dark Phoenix one, thank you so much for making X-Men 3 a better movie than anyone gave it credit for.
I give Phoenix at least, I think that was one of the reasons it was terrible. It was Fox was over. They knew it was over. It was done. They were just crapping a movie out because they had to.
Exactly.
That's why Phoenix was so terrible. They didn't even try.
And, I think that for me, I got tired of seeing the literal same exact thing over and over again. It's like, oh, look, Xavier and Eric. At the end of the movie, they go their separate ways because Eric needs to be alone, right? He's had some sort of redemption, but really he's not quite there. He needs to be alone. So he goes by himself. He comes to terms with himself and everything. And then something draws him back into the conflict on the opposite side from Xavier and the rest of the X-Men. But at the end, they have to unite to finish this up. You have they come together. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, I'm not ready to join you. And he leaves again. And then the next movie,
that's the worst thing about that is the relationship between Magneto and Professor X. It's the worst thing about those movies.
Thing is, they gave us a good character with Magneto, and they pushed it too hard. They should not have used him for every movie. There was no reason for Magneto to be in every one of the movies.
He could be in. I wish he would just be the villain and stay the villain. Like they keep trying to walk this line where he comes and unites. Like he helps the X-Men when they need it at the end.
Oh, they do that in the comic books.
Yeah, and so then it's just he goes the other way, and it's the same played out thing over and over again. That's why I got tired. And that's I didn't even see Dark Phoenix, because looking at the trailer, I see Eric living with a bunch of mutants. He's come to terms, right? They're just trying to stay away from everybody, and then something's going to happen to draw him back into the conflict. So I just had no interest. I didn't even watch it.
Man, just add the name Dark Phoenix, and you would have just told the whole story.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we were talking about this. Talking about standalone movies. Do you think Two-Face would work as a standalone movie like the Joker? That's not a bad idea.
It could work. Could they make it work? I don't know. But they made the Joker work.
They made the Joker work.
I mean, I'm not. This is DC. I don't have that much faith in them, but I do have hope.
I think that Joker was an accident. I don't think that Warner Brothers knew. If Warner Brothers had known how big this movie was going to be, they would have had their hands way more in it. They threw $55 million at it. A couple other studios actually helped fund that. They had almost no money really invested in it. They just let Todd Phillips do what he wanted to do. They didn't think it was going to be a big deal, and it blew up. Now they're going to try to do a sequel. They're going to try to do a whole single, like a villain little universe. That's what's going to happen, and I think they're going to ruin it.
It's kind of like Deadpool. It's like the DC's version of Deadpool. They didn't care about it, so they let the creators do what they wanted to do, and it turned to be a hit. And then there probably will be decreasing, quality going forward.
Yeah.
All right. So is this an unpopular opinion between the three of us? I hate X-Men First Class.
I love X-Men,
and the missus loved it.
Okay,
did you like it, Ryan?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Days of Future Past was excellent, I thought. But First Class was fine. It was fine as a new kind of a little reboot thing. The way that Xavier loses his limbs or the use of his limbs was a little like, I don't know. It was all right. That's the best way to do it. I didn't hate it at all.
Okay. All right. Spider-Man 2 is the best Marvel movie. Woo-hoo-hoo.
It's a good one.
Oh. Is it the best? Dr. Octopus, is that the best one?
No, he's not talking about the Amazing Spider-Man with the
Oh, you mean the Amazing Spider-Man with Electro and Rhino. Nah, he means
Spider-Man 2 is great. Spider-Man 2 changed the way comic book movies. Like that's what it did. Like
yeah. Do you know I watched 3 though, and I love half of that movie with Sandman. Sandman's fantastic in that movie.
I don't have a problem.
They should have just kept it with Sandman. Everyone has a big problem with 3, the Tobey Maguire trilogy. I really don't. I really like 3. I mean, I understand Venom. Topher Grace is a terrible Venom character to play Venom, but other than that, it's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, I think that really Spider-Man 2 showed what it did and how good it was, and how much how much box office money it made. And then with Spider-Man 3, even though it wasn't good, how much money it made really showed people what you could do, and like really encourage everyone to start building these universes. Then you see this Batman trilogy with Christian Bale. You see the building of the MCU. That all stemmed from, I think, Spider-Man 2's success, in my opinion.
Okay. Bruce, I'll let you take this one.
What's that?
Answer that question for me.
No, sorry.
Okay. We have 2 Germans in there. Actually, hey,
I'm of German descent.
Fun fact: my grandmother is she could speak German because her parents were from Germany. They came as immigrants over here, and so I have strong German roots myself.
And my great grandfather.
And your great grandfather, huh? Yeah.
He immigrated.
Well, I guess it would have been my great grandmother and great grandfather too. So yeah.
Strong German roots. That explains why you're so friendly with the Fandom Menace, Matt.
I also have. Yeah, I'm telling you what. I'm telling you. But I also have on the other side. We're from Wales. The Wilkins are from Wales. My dad was. My wife went to Boston last year, and my dad's like, "Oh, you need to go see." And he set this heel. That was in the family for years until the turn of the century when we finally sold it. I was like, Dad, what? How do you know that? This is before 23andMe. My dad did the whole, lineage lookup thing, and he found out the first Wilkins to come across was on the second thing of boats. Second trip to America was when the first Wilkins set foot there, and he just followed our lineage and said, "Who was keeping up with us?" But Dad did all that, so we don't need the We don't need to take that heritage tree, test. We can just go. True story, though. I know a guy who did 23andMe, and they update it. When they find new information on you, they update your little profile. His profile got updated, and instead of 3 children, he had 4.
Oh.
No.
That's weird.
He thought there was a mistake, and there wasn't. Someone else turned in a 23andMe to find out. She was trying to find her brother or something. And the thing is, she found out that her dad and mom, her mom was her mom, her daddy was not her daddy. And she's like, wait, why am I under this person's tree? And she had a good 50% of her DNA was his, which is about 50% right. He told me, because I went to lunch with him. I said, so how have you been, dude? Haven't seen you. He's like, well, you want to see my 23andMe profile? I was like, I guess. I don't know why. He said, you see anything weird? No. He said, look at my kids. And I looked at his kids and went, who's that? Oh.
That's weird.
Jerry. That's one of those moments.
It's just a plot for everyone to get everyone's DNA.
I can't wait when Mad Max does a 23andMe and finds out he's related to Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. I just can't wait.
Long lost brothers.
They're that 5 brothers. Or we find out they're the same person.
That's what.
Was I supposed to reveal that?
No, you weren't. That's supposed to be a secret. That's supposed to be a secret.
Egad.
Yeah.
Egad. Let's see. The third movies aren't well. I actually like Blade 3, Zombie Slayer.
Thing is, it's a bad movie, but
it's not the best. But Ron Reynolds makes up for that.
It's some of the cheesy vampire stuff. It's good as a bad movie.
Spanish. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up with the comments here. I don't know. Spider-Man 2, off a piece there. What are you taking a phone call during this? This is so unprofessional.
Will said Spider-Man 2 is overrated, huh? I do think that it is. Okay. I think that it holds up really well. You can watch that movie now, and things about it still hold up. The story and even the effects to some extent. Some of them are better than Black Panther. I think overall, I think there's been better ones since then. However, it kind of really started. For me, started these superhero blockbusters. We had X-Men before that, maybe, or right around then, but it didn't have the same impact.
Let me tell you this, Will. I agree with you. Spider-Man 2 is my least favorite. We are in the minority there.
Least favorite of the Spider-Man trilogy?
I despise how he takes off his mask. I know this is the movie thing. He takes off his mask, and everyone on the subway sees him. Wouldn't you take a picture of who Spider-Man is and give it to J. Jonah Jameson? Wouldn't that just destroy everything? New York, man. Okay, anyway, I thought that was totally hokey. Doc Ock is portrayed well. There's some great scenes in it, but when I watched all 3 of them again, 2 was my least favorite. I wasn't going to say that, but it is. Anyway, though, I know. I just had to pick up for Will there. Okay, so a little. What is this? What?
I don't know. Did I die, Edric?
I don't know. All right, anyway,
because I said that Spider-Man. There's been better movies since Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay. What is both your favorite thing to eat for breakfast? What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast?
Taco Bell.
He had Taco Bell this morning, actually. No joke. I mean, like a full thing of Taco Bell.
Steak crunch wrap, man. That's my favorite breakfast item.
I love the bacon crunch wraps, man. Those are good.
Are you going Taco Bell too?
No, well, the thing I eat for breakfast every morning is Greek yogurt and granola. But my favorite thing would be like a bacon, egg, cheese, and potato breakfast burrito.
Nice.
Doesn't even really matter where it's from. Just
waffles all day for me. Love waffles. I'm on my 30-day diet. On day 31, I do hope if I wake up early enough, which I won't probably, I do want, or definitely that Saturday, the 1st, make me some waffles. I usually wake up with making me some waffles. I love waffles so much. We actually have a waffle board game night every once in a while too, which is so much fun. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll wait for a board game night and cook everyone waffles because I love it. Well, now you can't go too hard on the CGI, Will, because back in the day, CGI wasn't what it is now.
It came out 16 years ago.
And I agree with you. The CGI is bad, but you could say that about a lot of movies back then.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you had Spider-Man 2, you had Black Panther that came out back then, and the CGI just wasn't that good.
He's talking about when he grabs her and like pulls her across the screen. There's one moment where it does look pretty bad. However, I would argue that there's parts of Black Panther, like you said, a movie that was made like 2018, that look nearly as bad. So I think for the fact that it's 16, it's like when you watch the original Star Wars, 1977. There's going to be things that don't look the same. You see the lasers from the stormtroopers in the opening sequence when they're boarding the Tantive 4. It's just like these random lights going across the screen. You're like, okay.
Right. Now, quality, Raindrops Keep Falling My Head montage. I know what you're talking about. I mean,
I actually am probably the only person that loved it the first time and still love it to this day.
They love sauerkraut.
Me too.
We do too. Remember, my grandmother made sauerkraut. She made we called it Hungarian goulash. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to. But we had a lot of German dishes, or she made a lot of. And man, when she made cakes, her cakes, Ryan, if she was still alive, if you wanted a piece of cake is a slice that's literally that big of a wedge. It was a huge. She made sure to give you a man slice of cake. I mean, if you wanted a big piece of cake, she'd probably give you like a quarter of the cake. But she was always about big portions and everything.
And really, every October we do Oktoberfest. My brother cooks a huge pot of the best sauerkraut I've ever had, and he makes a good one. And
Will's he makes sausage too.
Yeah,
so sausage.
He loves sausage.
Yeah, he loves that sausage, man. Loves it.
Dak 303 is asking, did any of you get the misprinted Crystal Star? Unfortunately, I got the actual Crystal Star, so. I've just got another copy of it.
You didn't get the golden ticket. Golden ticket.
I think that must be at East Coast. Everyone ordering from Amazon on the East Coast got it. I did not. So I have an Amazon distribution center like an hour away from me. So which is why I'm able to get 1 hour delivery.
Could have done without the Triple H. I like Triple H.
Yeah, he was fun.
Hello, Green October.
Hello.
All right, here's a loaded question. What do you guys think about the Netflix Marvel shows? You're asking me a lot. Let me just go through them here. If I remember, Daredevil, good, but only when the Kingpin was in it. Elektra, terrible in Daredevil. What was the other one? Iron Fist, I actually love.
It's the worst.
I still love it. I think Iron Fist is great.
It's really boring.
I just loved it. Luke Cage is, I kept waiting for it to go somewhere, and it didn't.
And the second season was really flat.
Oh, Luke Cage just struggled. Jessica Jones is horrible. Punisher is good.
Punisher is really good.
Slow a little bit here and there, but good.
Daredevil is incredible. I love Daredevil. Jessica Jones, the first season, actually, I don't think was too bad. The second season was absolute hot trash.
You see the third one?
No, I have no interest. Luke Cage, it was. I wish that's kind of who like that Luke Cage is. He's like this good dude. I just wasn't like super interested in it, but I did watch the whole first season. Was a little slow.
The show should have been called Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Yeah, I would have been down with that. And then they should have combined those two shows, I think. Iron Fist, I think I liked it more than a lot of people did, but I still felt it was kind of boring and a chore to watch. And then
I think the first season is great. I think the second season drags a little bit, but I absolutely loved Iron Fist. I was shocked. The
problem was the reason I watched all these.
Be Matt Murdock and play Spider-Man's lawyer in the next Spider-Man film.
I've heard rumors about that. Yeah, I've heard rumors about
rumors, but maybe nice. It'd be nice.
I've heard rumors about Matt Murdock. I've also heard rumors about what's She-Hulk's actual name?
There's talk about her being a Disney Plus show.
Yeah, but I heard
Jennifer something.
Yeah, I heard they may introduce her as Spider-Man's lawyer as well. But the reason I watched all those Marvel shows was because I thought it was going to be this cool build-up for Defenders, and Defenders was just trash.
Defenders was awful.
Yeah,
it went 8 episodes, and it should have gone 2. It was so. How do you screw something up? Because it should have been, honestly, it should have been the best show. It should have been.
Waste.
Because you could have combined everyone's strengths together and made a good one, and they did horrible with it. I was so disappointed with Defenders.
Yeah. And then Punisher season 1 is awesome.
I agree.
I didn't even watch season 2 after I heard what it was about. They lost me at the plot. So
it was okay.
It's okay. It's not as good as season 1, but it was okay. Season 1 is great, especially when you get shot through the mouth and teeth are spitting out. I've never seen that in any R-rated action film before. I thought it was great. I thought there was a lot of good moments like that. I gave up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. twice. Once, I can't remember when, and then I got back into it. Then after the Ghost Rider season, I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this.
I mean, I haven't given up on it, but I haven't watched it since the Ghost Rider.
You've given up on it. That was 2-3 seasons ago.
For years.
Ryan, are you an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. person?
I've probably watched 5 seasons of it, and I'm the same way. I just like.
Is that the Ghost Rider season?
I don't know. I try to watch a couple. I've made it past that. I try to watch a couple episodes, and then I just don't care about it for a while. It's not very good.
No,
it's okay.
It's awful.
It's not very good.
I keep telling myself that I watch all the Marvel shows, but I've watched the first season of Runaways.
Oh, I watched the first episode of that, and I was like, "Whoa!"
I hear there's 2 more, and I just don't know if I can do that to myself.
Okay, so what else is coming? Is Moon Knight going to be a TV show?
That's a rumor.
Yes.
That'd be interesting. Interesting to see. I don't feel, I'm the same way. I don't feel like I can't keep up with all these shows coming out. I wish I could, but the thing is, they just don't have the money to put into it or the storytelling to put into it. That's like,
we'll see. It'll be different now that it's on Disney Plus, but whether it's better or worse, don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go, man. I got a couple things I need to take care of today.
That's fine. You're a busy man. The RK spotlight is shining. The commissioner needs to go see Ryan. So Ryan's got to change into his Nightwing suit and go save the city. So thank you, Ryan, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. And it was great talking to you and meeting you as well, Bruce. So maybe we'll do it again in the future here. But thanks, guys. Make sure to smash the like button if you haven't already.
Smash it.
Yeah, smash it hard. Smash it like you care. But see you guys.
Yeah. All right. See you later. Brian, by the way, if you're still watching, you have an invite. I'm waiting on you. I should have told him that a long time ago when he commented. Dak, you do not have an invite, but if you want one, you can come on. If you're still there, we can talk some baseball, which you don't want to talk to me about. Then you're gone?
Oh, dude.
Baseball? He likes talking about the DC Marvel stuff, so maybe that's what we should keep it at here. Is he cooking Baby Yoda now? I don't know. No, Ryan had to go make some candy corn. It's his favorite meal. Actually, that was his favorite breakfast is candy corn. I think that's what he told me once. So anyway, what I wanted to ask you is there a Marvel superhero that we haven't seen yet that you would like to see on the theater or in TV?
Death's Head. It's always going to be what I want, though I know I'm never going to get.
Whoa! No, never say never, because we got Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's true. He could easily.
Death's Head is actually. I know Death's Head over Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I know more about him than I do Guardians of the Galaxy. Mine would have been Moon Knight, but so now they're having it because mine was always he was always interesting. I wanted to see how he would translate because he's a little Batman. He's a little. What's the other one? Spawn or something? Because he's got this ritual, spiritual.
There's a little mystical thing
going on with
crazy
him.
going on, and so he's he's definitely a Bruce Wayne character. He's a Batman template with just going different ways.
Isn't She-Hulk's real name Veronica? Would you like to see She-Hulk? He's a big Hulk fan, by the way. Huge Hulk fan. But that was always my go-to. Now, I just don't know Marvel as well, and I don't think there's anyone I would like to see going. Gambit, even though he's been, in that Wolverine Origins movie or something.
Fantastic.
But I want to see Gambit. I would love to see more Gambit. Gambit was my favorite X-Men back in the day. I loved him.
From what I can tell, he's barely getting anything. He hasn't really. Kind of forgot about him for a long time, but then again, I haven't read Marvel in a while. I don't know what's going on these days.
All right, here's your question.
Okay.
It's Darkseid. Dark side wins. Dark side wins.
Unless you throw the gauntlet in there.
Well, if he's wearing the gauntlet, of course. But if Dark side had if each had gauntlets,
man, but Dark side realistically is more powerful.
Okay. To be fair, agents fell off with Ghost Rider Inhumans introduction. The thing is, though, with Ghost Rider, yes, it did. I was just not interested. But the thing is, though, that's the problem with superhero TV shows. They don't have a budget. So they give you a big boom at the beginning, and then they drag you for 20 episodes of nothing, skimping money, so they can give you a boom, finale, and you go, "Oh, I'm excited for the next season." I'm not. I'm bored. What is this? Is this one that's superhero powered by cocaine?
I'm not familiar.
Okay. Oh, maybe Black Cat. Isn't Black Cat going to be in a movie or a Spider-Man movie? Or she was always rumored to be one of the spin-off movies they were going to make.
Yeah, so she might be.
But never did it.
But who knows? I think they were talking about, was it Black Cat and Silver Sable getting their own team-up movie or something, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But hey,
that's what they were talking about. Someone said the Fox X. If you're talking about the cartoon, then yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Cartoon is definitely fun. I haven't rewatched it on Disney Plus.
My kids have watched some of the episodes.
Oh, really? I mean,
we started watching
because I'm afraid it's going to be. I'm afraid it's going to be kind of stiff and not as good as I remember.
It's like I remember. I remember it being over dramatic, and it's over dramatic.
It is over dramatic, but I remember enjoying it all the same.
Yeah, it's a good summary of the basic X-Men story plots through the years.
Oh yes, I've been reviewing the Jedi Prince series. He's getting the books. Yes. All right, now there. I do love those. I do have a heart for those, but it takes a special eye to read those because they are hokey at times. But it's just part of the fun. I just love it. Do you remember Jedi Prince series? Did you read those?
No.
Those are children's books. They were so much fun, and they're not the best, I admit, but they are a lot of fun. Squirrel Girl.
I know who she is. I know she beat Thanos.
Squirrel Girl beat Thanos?
This is one of those crazy Marvel things where they have a comedic character that does comedic things.
Okay. Here we go. Would you guys like to see a Justice Society of America movie?
If it's done well.
And Sandman. Yeah, I guess. Again, if it's done well, I'd agree with that.
I mean, something like that Golden Age comic book that came out, James Robertson, I believe, wrote that back in early 2000s, late 90s somewhere. Something like that would be fantastic. A period age set during World War II.
I'd like to see that too.
That would be really cool.
I like to see that too. That would be neat. Sandman, I was never big on Sandman.
I read the first 24, 5 issues or so.
Yeah.
My wife got into it. She liked it a lot, but it tends to, I'm really kind of, a lot of girls like Sandman.
Why is that?
I don't know.
A
lot of girls like Neil Gaiman. Maybe it's his writing style.
Yeah. But there you go. All right. So, any movies you're looking forward to seeing? We're caught up on the comments.
Can't think of anything off the top of my head, really.
There's really nothing out there.
I'm going to see the Marvel movie. I'll see Morbius. I'll see Eternals. I'm not looking forward to Eternals.
I'm not looking forward to either
Widow,
of those.
The trailer for Black Widow looked fun.
I don't think I've seen the trailer to Black. Maybe I have.
I mean, but I'm trying to think. What else is coming out this year? I've really not been paying attention.
There really isn't that much. I mean, you look at what's coming out. I mean, we just did on Saturday Morning Cinema Flange, we did my top 5 most anticipated movies. And the thing was, it was kind of hard to Tremor 7. I mean, I'm really looking forward to that. That's that's going to come out direct to video. But that's probably what I'm looking forward to the most.
Dune. I look forward to seeing Dune. Does that come out this year, though? I'm not sure if it's this year or next.
Dune? Oh, Dune, I think, comes out this year. I didn't even think about that one. Okay, here we go. Will's got some questions for us. Boom. Do you think there'll be a Joker sequel? We talked about this. I think there is.
I'd rather not, but it does sound like they're going to make one. I would rather them do other DC villains and leave Joker where it's at.
We're both in agreement we don't want to see another
one. I like
one.
the open-endedness of the Joker movie, of whether or not it was all something in the Joker's head. Was it his personal joke? Or was it, there's different points in the movie where you could draw a line and saying this is real, this was not real. And a sequel would set those lines. And I don't want that to happen. I like the argument of being, people seeing different takes of what was real, what was not. And, I can't imagine this Joker fighting Batman. And if you make a sequel, that's where you kind of have to go. I can't imagine anything interesting other than that. And this is not a Joker that fights Batman.
Okay, last question here. I've always said my lightsaber would probably be orange because I never read anywhere where there's one has an orange lightsaber. Plus, it kind of looked like a flaming sword, which would be really cool. What color would your lightsaber be?
Green, because it's my color.
Okay, pink. All right, so there you go. Hey, top of the hour. Hey, folks, it's been fun. Thanks for day streaming with us. Ryan was here for most of it, and when Ryan left, so did half the audience. That's okay. Folks, it's fun to see you, fun to talk to you. Have a happy Martin Luther King Day, or just a happy Monday. If you, most of you are overseas, you don't even know what Martin Luther King Day is. But have a wonderful Monday. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see. Oh, by the way, this is Bruce from Princes of the Universe podcast. Just came out on my channel this morning. Our next one did. So, and we're recording another one now, which is why he was here this morning with me. So, if you want to see the face of the voice of Bruce from Prince of the Universe, there it is. So, anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.